Hi, thanks so much for being here. My name is Kat, and this is Aphrodite Set Free. How a goddess plays the game of life. She gets what she wants, but through a state of surrender. She gets what she wants from a state of surrender rather than a state of control. She uses effortless manifestation. She uses her heart, her energy, the inspiration that lives inside of her. And she's constantly talking to the field in a conversation because she knows that everything is a transfer of energy. And with that, she allows herself to have rest because she knows that in some way, on some level, with quantum entanglement, her resting inside of herself helps the world, because somewhere out there, when she feels good and rested, someone else she's never met is being positively affected, and they too are being uplifted and feeling rested. That's how quantum entanglement works. Albert Einstein called it spooky action at a distance, maybe. And it's basically the idea that two particles that have never met across the world, one being affected can affect the other. It doesn't make any sense to us in our 3D reality, but it's been proven. And so we know, because the goddess doesn't live in the 3D realm. She is at a higher vibration. And so she knows that to play the game, it only makes sense to help herself and help the world through helping herself by giving herself permission slips to break free of the norm, to do what she wants, to follow her heart, that somewhere out there others are being affected too. And it could be the people that you do know also. It could also be people being affected that are very close to us. But she knows that even if she doesn't see any changes in the people around her, somewhere out there she's helping the world by allowing herself to live in a state of peace, in a state of rest, in a state of present awareness with herself. And she also knows, as I was saying before, that she's constantly in a conversation with the field. So everything she touches, every action she does, is a form of energy transferring. And so she plays with that because it's not only beautiful, but it's powerful. And she takes responsibility over that power that she holds, that we all hold. We have this power, all of us, and we just don't recognize the effect that we're having on everything around us. If everything is vibrating light, then everything we touch is vibrating, it's moving, and so are we. And in a way, it's like, you can look at it like everything is alive in a way. And when we see things this way, we start to touch them with care and kindness and love, and we infuse it with that love energy. We touch it even when we look at things, we affect them. And so what kind of effect are we as goddesses of love going to put out there in this constant conversation that we're having with the fields? Will you tell me? Leave in the comments below. And I'm learning myself, it takes a lot of present awareness. The more we become present, the more we can start actively, conscientiously, intentionally playing in a way that spreads energy that is a loving conversation. What kind of a goddess do you want to be? And we could take this further than just things that we touch and look at. Let's use all of our senses while we're in these 3D bodies. Our voices. What is the energy that our voices carry when we talk to people? I know mine when I'm not being conscientious, and when I'm not being loving, it's much more harsh. What is the way that we hear and perceive hearing? Because when we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. I wonder if that's true for hearing things. When we change the way we hear things, the things we hear change. When we change the way we touch things, the things we touch change. When we change the way we taste things, smell. So she knows. So she knows the impact she has and her power, and she takes it by the reins. She listens, the goddess listens to herself first. She trusts herself first. She has her own inner compass, and she does not use the perceptions or the reactions of others to be her compass. I did that for a long time. Other people's reactions, that was my compass. If somebody reacted to me in a certain way, then I would change how I behaved, and I would take their reaction as a serious direction on where to go and how to act. No more. That is not the way that a goddess plays the game. She trusts herself first. She sets up boundaries when she needs to, and the way she does it is not out of fear. She sets up boundaries with love and strength. She does it in a way that is natural because it's right. It's in alignment. So it's harmonious. She knows that when something is in alignment for her, because she knows herself, that when she decides to manifest that, to create it in her reality, that it's going to happen because she is that powerful. The goddess is complete. She is already whole. So she never looks outside of herself for something that she needs to be happy, to feel complete, to feel any certain type of a way, because she understands that she can create any of those feelings that she desires inside of herself. And the things in the outside world are just reflections of things that are just reflections of that feeling that she holds within, and she can enjoy them, but ultimately she is whole and complete by herself, with herself. And last, she sees that it's a game in the end, and this allows her to live in a state of freedom, detachment, and play. So when she does go through times that are hard, or when she is going through things that are mundane, she is able to transform that into experiencing it as a game. And life is just better that way. So let me know in the comments below if any of this resonates. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. And yeah, that's what I have for you today. I'm sending you guys love. Thank you for being here. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.